Welcome to the right renovation. Keep motivated and stay on board.
Not sure how this is put on the wall. Like it's held on by the wallpaper. Enjoy. Yeah, I have to get the multi-tool cutter. Not hold on by much, is it that, folks? That's hold on by the cork. Always find money in this house, always. There's always money under the skirting boards. If we're going to wallpaper behind this radiator, a little tip is what I do. Obviously I'm not a professional, but a little tip that I do, and it always seems to work, is obviously get all this off and I paste it with wallpaper paste. Because of the heat from the radiator, I paste it behind the radiator and let that go off, just to give it what they call size the walls. I'll paint this, when I'm going to do the wallpaper, I'll paste the wall again and I'll paste the paper. Tends to keep it on there. The amount of times you'll go to a radiator and the paper's just peeled off through the heat, or you can use stronger glue, you can use overlap glue or whatever, but I've never had no trouble doing it that way. I've never had no wallpaper come back off. Radiators are a bit difficult to decorate around if you're not confident about taking them off, but if you use the method I've showed you, you can't be far wrong. It's not messy. Just take your time with it, let it dribble out if you want. Told you about that. Ooh, don't pour that in your toilet. Okay, yeah, get rid of this stuff. Get my multi-tool up here, cut a line on that, have a little clear up, get this paper off the wall as well, and then I'm going to set about the ceiling and see what I can do. Okay, so let's try and make something decent out of this. That'll be perfect. Just take your time with your multi-tool and just let it lift itself. Okay, so that's, look at that, that's some work with some fill like that, well, with some caulking or sealant or something. But at least we've got a head start now of attaching a new piece to that, and in that corner we do have a internal corner going in. The only reason I'm doing it like this is because, like I keep saying, it's on a budget. You could spend so much money. We could take all these curtains off, have the whole room replastered, ceiling replastered, everything, and look like a brand new build, wouldn't it? But you've got to weigh up the cost. There's a fine line between spending a fortune and making a lot less. If they're really bad, like they were downstairs in the hallway, I bought new skirting. They can be sanded down, they can be undercoated and glossed. It's a 60-year-old house. I thought I'll replace that, rip them off, replace that. Then you see the money disappearing and thinking, is that bit of skirting I put in there, did I need to replace it? Be realistic, and as long as you can get a decent finish, you're getting a productive day going. So let's carry on. Okay everybody, that's a wrap for Friday. I've tweaked my back, holding up that sander to sand down the roof. Still doesn't look perfect. So I've caulked all around the edges. I've been around and scraped all the edges, try and get a nice right angle. So I've scraped all around the edges where the extra paint was and old caulk and that, and I've re-caulked it all the way around. That just helps when you're wallpapering. You get up there and you get your craft knife in and get a nice cut that cuts into the caulk and get a nice flat straight cut, and the wallpaper looks so much. I've took the grill off there. I had to chisel all this down to the right level so the new one goes over it. That was absolutely full of these insulations, so that must have fell down through the cavity somewhere. But it's open now and there's air coming through it. Have a good tidy up when you've done. Now I'm now ready for Monday morning. I've done the hard work, I think, with the ceiling. I might just give it a couple of good coats. So Monday I'll be sanding all the skirtings, adding a bit there, possibly painting them, at least undercoating them, get them ready. Then once that's all gone off, crack on, I'll have a full day wallpapering and get this whole lot wallpapered. I've got to address the walls just before I wallpaper. I don't want obviously big things like this sticking out and stuff like that, so I will spend a little bit of time filling anything that's significant in the walls that will show through. That light switch is knackered, it's horrible, and they're about £1 to buy. I've got a box full of them if you buy them in bulk. Thanks for staying on this journey with me, I really appreciate it. If it's your first time around here, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, that'd be fantastic. And let's continue on the journey. We're halfway through. It seems to have gone quite quick. Thanks for joining me. Bye folks. It's Monday morning and look outside. What a gorgeous day. Good for making the paint dry, that's what I always think. Get your windows open, get that paint dry. There's my setup, as I always use a bit of an extendable pole, 9-inch roller. Must use a scuttle, don't use that horrible paint trays. Put a scuttle liner in it, you can pick them up for £6 now off Amazon. You get about 8 I think. Stick them in, they're just so much easier. You don't want to be cleaning out a big scuttle, you waste loads of paint. At the end of the day, you can tip all this back into your tub if you don't use it. Tie your bag up, job done. It's going to look a decent roof when it's done. That's all the paint I've got left. So I might fetch some more, but I think I'm going to get good 2 coats out of that. Once I've done that, I'm going to nip to the wood shop and get a length for there. OB1 that to the wall. Got to do a bit of scraping. See there's some old cork there and what have you. Sand this to death all the way around. A bit of a join down there. Might be able to sand that levelish. Because remember, I'm under the pressure of getting it done by Thursday evening's got to be my last time, so I've got 4 days. So obviously still got the radiator sort, we've seen that process. So that's today, it's Monday, I'm motivated. Let's get on with it. Okay, so it's been a bit of a strange day. We've got 2 coats on the ceiling. Not come up bad, you know. I'm trying to get these joins right. Still a bit of a notch there, might need a little bit more filler in it. Been and fetched my piece of skirting, which is very similar. It's not exactly the same, but beggars can't be choosers. It's a really old skirting, this. I didn't really want to be hunting around, but I've sanded all the skirting boards and I've sanded all the walls. First thing tomorrow, I'm going to get that on. I'm going to cork the skirtings, glue that back on. I'm then going to paint all the skirtings with primer. I want to get 2 coats on, and then it's warmish days, so they should dry pretty quick. Then I'm going to get a coat of gloss on. Another penny there. I'll find loads of money coming from under these skirting boards. I've got 3 days left before D-Day. Join me tomorrow. Cheers folks, bye. I'll put that piece of skirting board in there, as you can see. It ain't a complete match to the other one. I've corked it in that corner. I've tried to do the best join I can in this corner. It's behind the radiator pipe. Cleared all around the window of all the old sealant. I put a little bit of corking in there just to cork the gaps, because we're going to be wallpapering around here anyway, and then I'll put sealant around it. I've re-glued that back on. I've just got my brush, just when I brushed there, holding it up, but I think the OB1's gone off. It does take quite quickly. As you can see, sealed all the way around. I've tried to do a bit of something with this joint, it's still not fantastic, but they're the cards ruled out. Unless we're replacing it all and throwing money at everything, we'd replace it all, like I've done in the past, but we're on a budget. I want to get 2 coats of undercoat on, good thick coats, and then I want to get a coat of gloss on before the end of play, and hopefully it's going to be dry tomorrow, because tomorrow is wallpaper day. I bought a vent, same as the others, so it fits over there perfect, but we'll do that once we've wallpapered. Going to do the windowsill, that's all sanded down, that's going to get 2 coats as well. So that's my plan, I'm going to crack on with that. See you in a bit. Good morning lovely people, it's Wednesday morning, the pressure's on, and it's wallpaper day. Let me just show you the setup I use. Obviously I use this plastic table. I've had this, must have had that 10 years now. It was the best investment ever. Don't buy one of them wooden ones, they end up bowing, they just bend all over, they're not that secure. If you're just doing one wallpaper and not going to do any more, then fair enough, but if you're renovating, invest in one of these plastic ones. The legs come off, it all folds inside, or they all slot inside, and it folds up perfect. I've used that for car boots, for everything. Barbecues, put a tablecloth over it, everything. It's really good, so well worth investing in one of them. I've mixed up my paste, some Solvite extra strong, and that is perfect consistency, I think. It just rollers on really well. Need a roller, Nothing special. I've used this for pasting walls for years now. I'll just get a good wash out under the tap when I finished. A couple of nice snap off knives. What are these? I don't know, you get 3 or 4 for a couple of quid. I use that obviously as my, when I go up to the top to cut the wallpaper to get a nice straight line, and I can use it for smoothing, but watch your corner edges. Could do with filing them off actually, but I always use a nice wet rag. Keep it wet. I smooth my wallpaper down with it. Clean my table with it and just keep going and washing it out, keeping it nice and clean. And that's all you should need. The sockets I have, like I told you, I've just took them off and I put Wago clips on. So obviously switch the electric off, put the, what they call, these aren't Wago, but they're called Wago slips or Wago or whatever. Just clip your electrics off and get them out of the way. And when you run your wallpaper down, it's easy because you just go over the hole. You can just feel where your hole is, cut it out, careful where you're sticking your knife. Just slowly cut it out, less, you know, cut it out deeper than your hole, like that. And then you know when your socket goes on, it's going to be a nice finish. So yeah, we're ready. So I'll put it on time lapse. Wallpapering, I know it's a bit boring, but you could be able to see the order I do it in and what have you. We're going to start from there. I'm going to do the hardest bit first. I always think with wallpapering, as the day goes on and on and on, you get tired and tired. Do your hardest bits first, which is going to be the window, I think. I mean, to a lad who papers, it's going to be a doddle. So, start there with this light paper. It was £9 a roll from B&M. I find them quite good for wallpaper. So that's going to go along this wall and along this wall, because I think the light coming in will keep that wall nice and bright. Then for this wall, round here and to there, it's going to be this kind of darker grey wallpaper. I think contrasts quite well. We'll see. Let me stop waffling. I'm motivated, I'm on board, I'm going to crack it today. Let's see how it goes. Okay, stage 1 complete. We have them 3 walls done. You see I've cut out my vent there, the vent's a lot bigger than that, so it'll cover that nicely. All cut in at the top, round the window was a bitch. Horrible job going around the windows, but cut out for the socket. So that's set over there nice. All cut in around the roof. Around there, I had to piece a bit there because I've not got a piece long enough because I made a boo-boo cutting one short. But on the old, it's wallpaper. It's on, it don't look too bad, it's quite bright, isn't it? And now we're going to set off with this charcoal. So it is, no messing about now. I've only got that one socket to go around, which is dead easy. They're all full drops. How many drops have I got, do you think? I think we've got 4 on that back wall. 1, 2, 3, 4 on that wall, that's 8. 1 around the corner, 9. Probably 10 drops to do. But it's going to be worth it. Look how nice it looks in contrast with the ceiling. Let's get on it. Okay, it's done. Yeah, complete. Before it's on the time lapse, I look like the fastest wallpaper in the world, but I'm not particularly that fast, to be fair. But I did like this black paper. It was like fabric almost. It goes up lovely, and I'm really happy with it. Looks good with the skirtings. All looks good all the way around. Made a nice room, eh? Better than them walls. Yeah, it's a nice little double bedroom, that. I'll probably leave this room empty, to be fair, but all I've got to do now, I've got to muster up the effort, because I'm knackered and it's been on, is to just put one coat of gloss. I'm going to use the Leyland Trade Eye gloss. One coat of that on there, on the windowsill. Leave that to go off. Hopefully it'll be dry tomorrow. And get the vent drilled in. I'll get them sockets put back on. I haven't cut around that one yet. I'm going to have a go at the radiator. Yeah, that needs rubbing down. It's going to take a bit of work. So I'd like to get the radiator back on. I tell you then, we're ready for the carpets. I mean, it's going to be a good transformation when you think. At the minute, it looks, it's all wood, and when this is carpeted throughout now, it's going to look good. It's going to stop it echoing as well. I'm going to get glossing. Join me tomorrow, and I'll show you the finishing little touches before the carpets go down. Thanks ever so much for following me on my journey. Hope I've inspired somebody out there. And if it's your first time around here, please hit that subscribe and that like button and the notification bell, and keep following on my journey. There's lots more to come. Can't wait to get stuck into the kitchen, but I think I'm going to get outside and sort this garden. So that'll probably be the next project. But thanks ever so much for joining me. See you tomorrow.